Hello and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast with me, Peter Crouch, Notorious SID and Chris Stark are with me.
Welcome back, Sids.
Oh yeah, there's a rumour. Chris and a few of the lads said I'd lost the dressing room.
No,
yeah, that was the rumour. You know, because you zoned out week before. Chris left early, you remember, and then you didn't turn up next week.
You didn't turn up for 2 podcasts.
To be fair, yeah, it feels like I've been gone in a couple of weeks.
How was it in Poland?
Poland, Chelsea game.
Chelsea game.
Very good.
Looked great.
Good on and off the pitch.
Was it?
It's my first European jaunt with the TNT group. And you've done it a few times, haven't you?
Oof, really fun.
Hammer down.
Yeah.
Hammer down.
Yeah. Like, don't even pretend it's work anymore.
No. It's the illusion. You know, they were highly professional on there.
Yeah, well, saw you on the TV. I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thanks, mate. You're
very smart as well. Very smart.
Yeah,
very smart.
I'll brush up all right.
And then what happened? You go out afterwards?
Out after. Yeah, so we did. So the game, because obviously we were an hour in front, we didn't come off air until midnight. Got back to the hotel about 1ish. And yeah, I got picked up at about 5:30. So just went through. Incredible. There's a few Chelsea fans there.
Always nice to have a few beers after the game. And I suppose all the Chelsea fans are buzzing. Won the conference.
Yeah, good. I actually thought it was a good game.
Yeah,
because the first half was obviously all Real Betis, and then Chelsea just I knew as soon as they scored one, they was going to be fine. And but the atmosphere, it was good. It was good. Nice place as well.
Yeah.
What do they say? Beautiful in the daytime and seedy at night.
Lovely seedy at night. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously we're a week on from the Champions League final, which you didn't attend this year, Crouchy, but you're adamant you're going to go.
I didn't, mate. No. I actually ended up I was at a 30th birthday party, and we were dressed as cowboys.
That's been quite a common one this year.
It's really good, actually.
I swear this is the second time this year I've seen you dressed as a cowboy.
Well, I don't know. Ab told me she was into cowboys, so you've probably seen me in various outfits.
That's what it was. I'm sure I saw you do something with Yellowstone.
That's right. Yeah. We went down to the only working ranch in the UK.
We've got to talk to you, Crouchy, about something which, frankly, I think I've been tagged in more than anything I've ever been tagged in.
Blown up this, isn't it?
It's gone massive, mate. This golf.
Yeah.
Just talk us through it.
I'm at a very prestigious golf course, and it was quite a lively day, and it was on a Friday, and there was a good group of us, 30 of us, and it was quite a few lads on the terrace, and it was quite nerve-wracking. It was the first tee shot in front of a lot of people, and I didn't know, but someone was obviously filming it. And I've hit my shot about 3 yards into the bush on the left. And I've turned around, obviously everyone's buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I think it's made a lot of people's day. And someone's filmed it and obviously posted it, but I don't think I've been tagged in into anything more.
Yeah.
It felt like the first robot. People really excited that I fucked it.
So what's the story here? Because it's filmed from the balcony, isn't it? It's filmed from there's a bar there at the balcony.
The terrace is one of the best terraces in golf.
World golf.
Because you see
everything, and the views is incredible.
It's stunning.
And it was a lovely hot day. I was there. You was the last group to go out.
Yeah, thank God. So the lads who I played with didn't see it, but they've seen it now.
Right.
And but the terrace is, on a nice day, it's full, and you're in view. So if you fire it into the bush.
So it was a lot of pressure on that shot.
Could
you feel it from the back?
I felt it, but do you know what? I've had tee shots before. I thought, I didn't feel like loads of pressure. I just thought, you need to get this one away.
But we had a few we had a few
jars,
We had a few pint of Pimses was it was around as well.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 pints. Pints. So that definitely added it. But I actually played all right after that. Yeah. Played okay.
How was your second shot from the bush?
Well, no, so I left
reloaded.
I just reloaded. I didn't drop one. I just had 3 off the tee. Yeah. Well, there's no way I'm going in there. It's like nettles and everything. Well, it was highly embarrassing. But, it seemed to bring a lot of joy to people's faces.
Mate, it made me feel so much better because the thing is, I always assume you boys are so far ahead of me in golf. And then you see something like that and you think, my God, I could be competitive with this sort of standard.
Happens to us all.
Do you know what? Because I talk about golf a lot on this podcast and on the Therapy Crouch as well. I'm referencing golf a lot. So then when people, that might be some people's first pin, that's the first shot they've seen me hit.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Well, I just want to say thank you because I really do feel like,
you're welcome.
You know, when I talked about my bollocks, it got people talking and it started a conversation. You've shown it's okay to hit shots like that. You know, if you're doing it, that made me feel a whole lot better. So look, just thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't want to make it kind of the same as your thing, really. You know, it was just a golf shot, but if I'm helping in some way, then and we're stimulating conversations about golf, then it's all
I really hope
we
it's
need
like
to get a
me.
game.
You get a lot of blokes now messaging you and DMing you, just saying, "Look, thank you, Crouch.
Thanks so much. You're making me think I can probably take it up.
Are we going to get a game in this summer? Let's do it.
We've got to do it. We've got to do it. I mean, I don't know. I think as a podcast, I see other podcasts going and taking part in tournaments and things like that. And there's a lot of these sort of, what do you call them? Pro-am things around.
We can easily do that, lads.
Oh, yeah.
Easily do that.
I feel like, I mean, obviously, jokes aside, you two are a way different standard, but I don't know, as a unit, we might do all right. It might average out okay. Definitely compared to the fucking rest is politics.
Oh, you're joking. Absolutely destroy them.
Yeah.
Like anyone out there, any podcast out there, will destroy.
And this is a call out, is it, Sid?
We'll take anyone down.
This is massive.
Anyone down.
Maybe
Apart from
Jimmy Bullard.
I was thinking who's got podcasts. Jimmy Bullard's got one. Apart from him, even obviously there's a few golf podcasts with like ex-golfers on it. We can't do it.
We'll still give it a go.
Yeah.
Let's take out the news agents.
News agents down, 100%. Diver I'm dead. He's gone.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else is out there. Lineker. I played against Shearer. Micah, I'm not sure. Shearer's
good, isn't he?
Shearer can play. Yeah, he took me down before. I think Gary can play as well. Can't he?
We'll take them down.
I think with our handicaps, I think we could take them.
What about my therapist ghosted me?
That might be a tough one. You never know.
But it's a call out. Sid's is calling out any podcast that wants to take us on.
It's an enjoyable day, isn't it?
It's a great day out.
Great.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
All right.
So today's podcast is a little bit different, isn't it? We're in this weird sort of summertime before the season starts, and we've had this idea about doing a little quiz.
I'll be honest with you, I've had absolutely nothing to do with this, Chris. I do have a hand in some of the podcasts we do, but very, very little to do with this one because it's been kept secret by producer Jamie. This is top secret quiz. So basically, you can take on, I believe, us as a podcast.
Yeah, so wherever you're listening, we're going to take part in the quiz. You can sort of take us on. What this screams of is, when teachers scramble for things to do for wet play, or like when the weather's shit outside, or a little bit like you're at the end of term and they can't be asked anymore. So what they do is they try out a little quiz.
Yeah, or sometimes they put a film on or something.
Put a film on.
Wheel the TV out.
And you'll sit down and watch a film.
Yeah.
And
We're rolling out a video today.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quiz today. It reminds me a little bit. Do you remember in COVID we were all doing quizzes? I love a quiz. What's all that about?
I don't know what you. I love a quiz.
I love a football question for me.
Yeah.
Is really erotic. You know, when someone gives you a really good, like a Premier League probably era question, I do find it really stimulating.
Well, like a core podcast memory. He's aroused.
Horny for a quiz.
So horny for a quiz.
There's a core podcast memory I have of it being, say, like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning during COVID, and we'd be on Zoom doing a podcast, and they'd throw in one of these, there's 5 footballers whose name begin with A that have scored 4 or less goals in their first season in the Premier League.
Brilliant.
Can you name them?
Oh.
And he sits there like this for the following 2 hours, just drinks constantly coming until he's completed it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I've got one. I mean, who was the lad at Leicester? When about begins with A?
What's the
Akinbaye? Adi Akinbaye. You just made up a question. I got an answer.
Did you answer a question?
Adi Akinbaye, you said under 4 goals in the Premier League season.
Yeah.
Adi Akinbaye, you said it begins with A.
Fucking hell. I mean, that's extraordinary.
Look, it's a wealth of knowledge.
I don't know if he was under 4, but I know he went 8 months without scoring. Something like that.
Good chance then.
Well, look, that's the challenge today. You're taking on the elite. If you can beat Peter Crouch, good luck to you. Count your score as you go. We're going to do.
We are a team, though, lads. Right?
We're going to be a team. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck. Count your score. Let us know if you beat us in the DMs. Jamie.
Hello, lads.
Over to you.
How are we doing?
Good.
So we're going to start with some general knowledge. So, first question: who is the only team to keep a clean sheet against Liverpool this season?
Oof. It's So that would have been Nottingham Forest, right? Nottingham Forest beat them, right? Did they score? Was it not 1-0?
It was 1. No, that was against City, wasn't it? 1-0.
The Forest beat them at Anfield early on.
Forest.
Nottingham Forest beat Liverpool at Anfield. But I thought that was 1-0 because Callum Hudson-Odoi scored.
I think you're right.
And I think that was... I don't know if that's...
Or do you think? Because I'm so... but then I could be right. I'm 90% sure that was City. What was their City score? They won 1-0 in that, didn't they?
Well, who did they lose to towards the end? Was that Palace?
Yeah. The last game, who? Liverpool?
Liverpool.
They drew 1-1.
They drew 1-1, that was it.
You seem confident.
We're going to go with Nottingham Forest.
That is correct.
Oh!
Yeah, they beat.
We're off to a flyer.
They can do a lot of heavy lifting
at
This-
Anfield.
Yes.
1-0 at Anfield.
Listen, this quiz is going to rely a lot on honesty if you're playing along.
Yes. Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself.
I should have got my wife to read the quiz. No offence, Jamie.
We've missed a
It's
trick
like-
there.
Yeah, we really
there.
did. I mean, she got a lot of...
If you want to spice it up, Jamie, you can spice it up in the voice.
Yeah, do an accent if you want. 4 of the buggers. Maybe on number 4 you could do 4 of the buggers.
I'll try. I don't know.
Send me a
Number
name.
2, please, Jamie. Yeah.
Number 2.
Hit us.
True or false? This was the first time Danny Welbeck has scored 10 goals in the Premier League.
True.
True. I think that's true, Chris.
Bang on true. Definitely.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Straight in there.
Nice.
This is his 17th campaign
Wow.
That is mad, isn't it?
in the Premier League.
17.
17 seasons.
That is actually unbelievable.
And that was with the would have been Arsenal.
Watford.
Was he in the
Watford?
Premier
When they were in
League?
the Premier League.
Yes. Yeah, Watford.
Arsenal.
Sunderland?
Sunderland.
Sunderland. United.
Man U.
Man U.
Wow.
So, I mean, I remember when he
First
burst,
time.
kind of burst on the scene at Man United. But like some longevity, that.
Yeah.
Did well for England as well.
Yeah.
Underrated for England.
We ready for question 3?
Yes,
Go
please.
for it.
Whipping through this.
Oh,
We are.
yeah, it's got somewhere to be by the looks of it. The ice cream van must have turned up.
Arne Slot won his first 3 games in the Premier League without conceding a single goal. Who was the last manager to do that?
Say that one again, Jamie.
Arne Slot won his first 3 games in the Premier League without conceding a single goal. Who was the last manager to do that?
No, that's more tough.
This might need a few arrows thrown at
Mm.
it.
Okay. This is obviously modern. It's not going back.
Premier League.
Premier League era.
Right. Is it modern Premier League era? Just as a, or is it like? No, I'm talking like. Is it like way back or is it?
I'm trying to think of when it was. It's not way back, but
Right. Okay, but it's quite a while.
yeah, somewhat.
Okay. It was the last.
Won his first 3 without conceding a goal. Well, I'm just thinking of massive impact
Do you go?
straight away.
Yeah, exactly. Do you go City?
Like Mourinho or City's a good shout.
If you think about it.
Conceded a goal.
I'm just thinking of like I think Antonio Conte because he won the league in his first season, didn't he? At Chelsea.
Well, yes, I think it's a better show because I
Mancini.
don't think he'd bother with a question that was who's the last manager, and it turned out to be, you know, in a short space of time. I think it'll be closer to what you're saying.
Couldn't be Mourinho, could it? 2005,
That's
that
right.
year where they,
be,
He barely conceded a goal.
15 goals, I think, wasn't it?
But it was his first season though. My shirt just moved there. I reckon that could be a sign. Could be Rafa Benitez. the shirt has moved. Well, that feels like a sign, doesn't it? We're a religious podcast now, ever since the Christian
It can't be
Eriksen
Liverpool
stuff.
again, sure.
Say his name again. See if it.
Rafa Benitez. If that moved, then let's go for it. But do you want to give us a clue then, Jamie, or not? I'm a purist at this, really. I don't really like clues.
Feels like this should be for half a point if you take
half a point.
Take the clue.
Okay.
Have your answer now. Or
Oh, so if you've got this correct, it's a full point, and if you get it after this, it's a half point.
Yeah, I would say you have played under this manager, Crouchy.
Wow.
Pulis?
Burnley did.
Well, yeah,
Stoke,
Palace. Didn't he
Burnley.
keep them up? Palace.
Yeah. Is it the first 3 games of the season or the first 3 games of that manager in charge?
I would believe his first 3 of the manager.
Manager's reign.
Well, you've played under him. So, Harry, Pulis, Rafa, Daesh.
Yeah, but for the Burnley for when he started.
Out of all the managers, who do you reckon will keep 3 clean sheets as soon as they go into a job? It's got
Pulis, Daesh, raffled up, and that defence was a joke with Carragher, Hoopier. Should I go with Tony Pulis here?
I think that's a good shout.
Palace was a good shout.
Kept them up, didn't he?
If it's Rafa, that was a sign, and I believe in God.
Do you want to go with Rafa then?
No. You happy with Pulis?
Go with Pulis.
Yeah. Do you want to say it? Because you say it's so much better.
Tony Pulis, please.
It's incorrect. It's Sven-Goran Eriksson of Man City.
No way.
Oh, what a red herring that you played under him.
It was a bit of a
That
curveball,
was a rouge herring.
Le Herring Rouge.
Herring rouge. No way.
Who was that with? Leicester?
City.
Wow.
So I believe it was with City. Yeah.
Forget, that was the Vassell era, wasn't it?
And that was the same season that he lost 8-1 to Middlesbrough, I think, the last game of the season.
And he got 3 games in a row.
First 3 games.
Well, if anyone gets that, then
hats off
without
to you,
cheating, then fair play.
2007, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. All right.
Question number 4. Who broke the record this season for having scored all of their Premier League goals with their left foot?
That is a weird. That's something you should know. Wow.
They hold the record for scoring 100% of their Premier League goals with their left foot.
This season or their record?
They broke it this season. Is their record.
They've only ever scored with a left foot.
Yeah.
In the Premier League of all time.
Yeah.
Strictly
100%.
left foot. They've not
Strictly
scored
left
with
foot.
anything else.
100%.
So how have they broken a record then? What do you mean you've broken a record?
Well, they scored another goal to beat the person that had held that record before.
Oh, so there was a record before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know what this is tickling something in my brain, you know?
Oh, what you got?
I think so this has happened this season, yeah?
This season, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting record, that, because as soon as they score a goal with their right foot,
It's over.
It's over.
It's like you almost don't want it. You want to just keep setting.
Yeah, it just goes
keep
to
on
zero.
set the record.
Yeah.
Okay, let's think about goal scorers.
It's not even goal scorers because I don't think it'd be that many. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're a goal scorer, you score all types of goals. It's not going to be like Salah. Do you know what I mean?
Did you say so he scored 100 goals with his left foot?
100%. But he might have scored 5 goals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
I get
just
it,
someone
yeah,
I'd
it's hard, that.
suggest, like someone very left-footed.
Couldn't be Matoma, could it, at Brighton? He's left-footed.
Oh, I think I remember him scoring one on the right.
Yeah. Oh, he did, yeah. Come on,
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Good goal, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's not like a Luke Shaw sort of.
Someone who's been around a long time and not scored many.
It's a tough question, that.
I feel like it's one of those, if you've seen it, you'd know it. If not,
I think we're going to struggle there.
Yeah. Should we get a clue?
Just get a good clue then.
yeah. It is an Englishman, if that helps,
English player, left-footed.
In the Premier League.
in the Premier League.
English
I
player.
feel like you'll get it if I tell you who he played for.
English player, left-footed, Premier League. So his last 21 goals have been with his left foot.
Yes, 100%.
This might be the worst podcast we've ever had.
This is the worst quiz I've ever done.
God, I could like editing this.
Is Luke Shaw not the shout here then?
When did he last score a goal? I don't remember him scoring.
21's a lot of goals, I think, for him. I don't know if he'd get that many. I know he's played a lot of games. But.
Yeah, he's been around a long time though.
Colin, what's the answer?
The answer is Dwight McNeil.
Dwight McNeil. I would never have got that.
Wouldn't have got it.
God.
Really?
Got that.
I could have got
Wouldn't have got
that.
it. If I'm honest, I thought he was Scottish.
I played with him.
It's a sneaky muck.
He thought he was
Jesus.
Scottish. Does sound Scottish.
It does. I didn't think that one would be that tough.
No, that's really gettable. That was sloppy for me, really. I played with the lad.
I feel like
He's
it's
got
one of
great
those
left foot.
stats. It's one of those stats. If you've seen it, you would have known it. But
There'll be people out there that have seen that and I'll be on 100% record now. So we need to catch up with them.
Okay.
Justin Kluivert became the first ever player in Premier League history to score a hat-trick of penalties in a single match in a 4-2 win against who?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. That's annoyed me. I was doing the game that day and I kept seeing him popping up. Oh,
Home game, wasn't it?
I think it was a home game, yeah. Should we just throw one out?
Yeah, you can throw one out.
No good.
I have
Do
no
you want to message a few people on Instagram?
Looks like we might need it.
What's Tucker's 19 have to say about this?
We should have got Tucker's 19 on.
We should have done, yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know the answer to this, no.
No. The answer is Wolves.
Wolves. Yeah, I don't think we'd have got that either.
No.
Just touching on Tucker's 19, I was away somewhere recently, and the waiter came over to me and said it. I was doing bits and pieces really quietly. No one else heard of me. She went, "How's Tucker's 19?"
Blinded.
He's great.
No way. I love that.
We walked off. Loved it.
Gentle passing of the pod.
I really love those little subtle ones.
Yeah.
Where people just pop over and go, "Piss off, Carl," or something like that. You know, like just little niche things. It's like it's only us that know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as well, if you have a chance where you can use a different name, go for Tucker's 19. So go for like, if you're checking into a hotel and they say what name's it under, always Tucker's 19. If you're reserving a table at a restaurant, just get it in there, Tucker's 19. Like,
Superb.
let's see where we can
Password,
get it.
Tucker's 19.
Tucker's 19. Although whack an exclamation mark on the end of it as well, just to keep yourself safe, you know.
Yeah, nice. I wish everyone at home could hear the fact that we've got a pigeon living in our wall of the Chumbawamba Bar.
Has he got a name?
Yeah.
We
Lenny.
need to name now. Lenny Pidgley. What a shout.
Right,
are we
tough
ready?
questions.
Tough questions.
I would say the standard's pretty heavy, this.
Tough, yeah. If there's any 5 out of 5s out there, well done. Congratulations.
Hopefully, round 3, I think you'll have a good chance. But round 2 is facts and stats.
Oof.
So,
Sounds horrendous.
right, question number 1. Who was the top walker in the Premier League this season? So that means spent the highest amount of time in the game walking. Was it A, Mateus Cunha, B, Virgil van Dijk, or C, Murillo?
Who's C?
Murillo. That's Van Dijk plays the game like he's just
Can't see him.
in second gear. You know what I mean?
And Liverpool have most of the ball, don't they?
And he'll have a lot of the time where he'll be watching people in front of him play.
Yeah.
Cunha's very kind of relaxed. He'll stop and start and go again. But Murillo, I think, would be under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like, they soaked up a lot. I know they had midfielders in front of them, but I still think he'd be shuffling.
So you think one of the first two?
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I think Big Verge.
I do as well.
Does he go forward more? Like, I'm just trying to work out how they work out the walking.
He doesn't really drive with the ball even out, does he? Just gets it, passes it. He's just
No, I mean, like,
He's got a
let's say
cigar
he
on.
goes forward for a corner. Is that counting as?
That count. That count.
Does that count?
That counts, yeah. Yeah, that's how I got my stats up. For years.
I only say because I wonder if between the two that might
I
then
get you.
sway it against him a bit because it will come up as because it's I imagine percentage of your total movement.
Yeah, he goes up. But so Murillo would go up as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I think Verge.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Virgil van Dijk.
Verge? It's actually United's new man, Mateus Cunha.
Yeah.
77.1% spent walking this season.
You joking me?
Might have to check somebody.
That's a lot.
Poor
of
lad.
70.
Is that all he does?
Yeah,
Walk
just walks about
76.
And he's just got to move to Man U.
for 65 million or something like that.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Virgil van Dijk was very close second, 76.6%.
Oh, okay. Right, so yeah, we weren't. I think what we were correct with what we were saying.
Yep.
Wow. He's basically going for a Pascal Chimbondo, isn't he?
He's basically walked his way into United.
He's walked to Old
I
Trafford.
wonder why that is.
He's very listen, he's a class player, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these players, they conserve energy quite a bit. You know, watch Messi. You know how many times you watch Messi walking around and then get the ball and come alive. His qualities aren't defensive, are they? Just give me the ball and I'll make things happen.
Do you think it has a lot to do with that the ball was most of the time being in the defence? You know, teams are attacking against Wolves a lot, so he's having to do a lot less work.
But that you think that you should be helping your team out then, shouldn't you? Like, the less you've got the ball, the more you should run. I would. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Same with Van Dijk. The ball's often more often than
That's
not
why I
at the other
thought
end
with
of the
Van
field.
Dijk, Liverpool are attacking most of the time, and he knows he's got
He's
the
just
pace.
watching.
Just watching the game.
He's
aren't
on the
you?
halfway line, just watching the game.
All right. Okay.
Interesting stats.
Very interesting, Jamie. Enjoyed that.
So we're going to go for number 2. Who recorded the slowest top speed in the Premier League this season? Was it A, Thomas Souček, B, Bernardo Silva, or C, Craig Dawson?
Slowest top seat.
Souček's got to be slow, isn't he?
Yeah.
We assume Craig Dawson would
Dawson.
have had to trap back at.
You must have been kind of out of position at one stage.
Yeah.
The slowest top speed. So what it just means at 1 point.
Basically, the slowest player in a full tilt.
So obviously,
Who was the middle one?
the middle one,
Yeah, the man.
Bernardo Silva.
This is tough.
I don't know how they
race?
work this out though. That's
Souček or
basically
Bernardo
the question,
Silva?
isn't it? Who's the
win?
slowest out of them three? Going full, if they gave everything.
Bernardo Silva's not like relying on his pace, though. He's a ball player.
No, but I still imagine he'd be faster than Craig Dawson, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I think Dawson,
Might
if you're
do him a
centre half, there
disservice,
must be a time where you're out of position.
Yeah.
He's cracking on a bit though, isn't he, Bernardo Silva's?
So's Dawson. What's
Yeah, I was going to
Dawson
say,
at?
they
Must be
all-
like 38, no?
I don't think it is Dawson. I think it's Bernardo Silva.
Oh, ahead of Souček.
Mind you, he's
Souček doesn't have much business running at all, if you think about it, does he?
only into the box to get a goal.
He's a box-to-box man, and he just tackles in. I can't see it's ever really sprinting.
Let's just if them three were here now and they had to sprint over to that building over there.
I'd love to watch it.
I think Bernardo Silva's ahead, surely.
Well, should we just stick him in the Vanarama first of all?
That's the real quiz.
Well, Souček's not going in the middle.
I actually think this is another one where it's going to be like
Tight. Well, take your pick then. Chris, I think you should go for this one. Because it's kind of a lottery here.
I want to go Craig Dawson or Souček. Top speed. I think top speed recorded in the league, I think Craig Dawson would have had more opportunities at having to get back and therefore would have clocked up a higher speed because there would have been more chances. So I would say Souček.
You go with Souček.
Yeah.
Final answer. I feel like Chris Tarrant.
Yeah, I'm going to go Souček, please.
It's Craig Dawson.
Oh, fucker.
18.2 miles per hour. Then Bernardo Silva had 18.72 and Souček was 18.79. So it was very close.
yeah.
That doesn't sound slow when you think about it, but
To run 100 metres.
Hold on, Dawson was 18.2.
yeah. So he was the slowest.
18.72.
So Dawson was the quickest.
So that makes him the quickest.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Ross.
What? How's it not quick? 19 seconds is slower than 18 seconds. It's not.
Miles per hour. That spun me then.
We've all learned a lesson.
I said miles per hour when I give you the answer as well.
Listen, don't say you don't learn anything on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Miles per hour is different to seconds.
It is. Facts.
So we were wrong anyway.
Well, we got there in
Yeah.
So who was slowest?
Dawson.
Okay. Right.
Next question.
Next question.
You know. Right.
To sit up.
The next one is who recorded the fastest?
Fuck.
Well, out
Is
of
this
them
in seconds
Out of
or
them
miles
three.
per hour?
This is in miles per hour.
Out of them three.
The shirt's going.
Got to be Van der Ven.
Fucking shirt skipper.
Fucking hell.
Even the shirt's lost it.
I feel like we need an exorcism here. Okay, so who's the fastest out of them lot?
No, I'm going to give you some new names. So who's the fastest? We've got A, Mateus Nunes, B, Mickey van der Ven,
Has to be him.
or C, Anthony Elanga.
Has to be Van der Ven. Surely. I mean, Elanga's up there, but
Yeah,
I haven't seen many faster than Mickey van der Ven.
Van der Ven, I'm sure. I think I saw it somewhere where he clocked up the fastest time, unless Elanga beat it since then. But Van der Ven definitely held that record for a while.
Is Van der Ven.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're back on track, lads.
Back
We are
stronger. Here we go.
23
Back
miles
stronger.
an hour.
23.
23, yeah. Quick.
Do you know what your top speeds were?
22, I think.
22.
No, I just made that up.
I was going to say, whoa, that was quick.
Fucking about 6 miles an hour.
I think I could be Dawson levels.
The article here that I've picked out says the Premier League's top 20 slowest players. Charlie Adam top at 26.72. Peter Crouch comes in at number 2 with 28.58 kilometres an hour. Cesc Fabregas and then Sean Maloney, apparently.
Sean Maloney. I remember
What's
Sean.
17.7 miles per hour.
17.7?
You're slower than Craig Dawson.
Who I am?
Yeah.
I'm slow and Craig Dawson. 17, is that top dip? Who's making this up? Do you know what I mean? Fucking, it's not as if like on the side of the pitch they got the police with the gun. Do you know what I mean? Going like, let's get it. So I'm slower than Robson Khan. Gareth Barry, I'm slower than Gareth Barry, apparently, according to this.
Even Rod
Lucas,
Stewart's faster than
Rod
you.
Stewart.
And he's 80.
That's a shout.
Olivia Giroud. It's close, but is this in one season? It must be in one season. Do you know what I mean? I was rapid back in the day.
No, sorry, just on the fastest thing, right? If you're that fast, right, that you can do over 20 miles per hour, if you were to run past a speed camera at 20 miles an hour, would it flash? I'd love to test this out.
Good point.
We've done this
it's been
once.
done.
Coming
done
from
it,
a
have you?
nightclub. Yeah, my mate tried to do it.
Run through a
quick.
speed camera.
Yeah, no, we did in Croydon years ago.
As if he's just asked that question and you had to go at it. Did he?
Yeah.
And
It was like 3 a.m. We couldn't get a taxi, so we ended up walking, and there was a speed camera. It was like, right,
Do you reckon that'll
let's
go?
see if we can set this off.
Wow.
We all started sprinting.
No joy. No.
Nah, we probably felt like we were going 20, but it was probably going like 10.
Yeah.
But if you could get the speed, would it register a person?
Surely
Does
it can't.
That'd be class. What a photo that would be.
Unbelievable. Mate, can you
Rear
imagine
of
we
the
saw
year.
it? Wow.
I guess what we need is a speed camera somewhere where it's a 20 mile per hour limit. They're few and far between.
Isn't there like a 10 around somewhere?
If there's one
camera for 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, just around schools now, aren't they like 10 or 5 now?
if I don't think that
Yeah, we don't have people can start sprinting around school.
Okay, no.
a mad speed camera with it. 10 miles an hour speed camera, that can't exist.
I don't
I don't
know.
even think there's a 15. I reckon there's a 20 somewhere though.
I think it'd be a 20.
Listen, if you know of a 20 mile per hour speed camera,
Yeah, but we got to
just
get
tell
Mickey
us
van
where-
der Ven down there.
That's what I mean. Maybe this is what we do. Maybe we bring a player, someone to take it on. What was his time again? 20.
Mickey van der Ven's?
Yeah.
23.
23.
23.07.
So
He's over the
we
limit.
can take a slower player there. They just got to
Could
beat
take
20.
us further. Well, let's go for Van der Ven and work backwards from there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, last question of round 2. Who was the most substituted player of this 24-25 Premier League season?
I saw one player's barely finished a game.
I can make a multiple choice up for you if it helps.
It's tough
Should
competition.
we switch from multiple choice format quickly?
We
Yeah.
need a multiple choice on that.
Please,
That's
Jamie.
tough.
Multiple choice, please.
Okay. Is it A, Chris Wood, B, Liam Delap, or C, Martin Odegaard?
Can't be Chris Wood.
No,
It's not Chris
have
Wood.
thought
I don't think it's Chris Wood.
I think this could be a Rouge Heron.
Oh dear. So who's the other one? Odegaard and Liam Delap?
He's just made 2 of these up on the spot.
know,
I
yeah.
know, it's quite impressive because I thought he'd give it away.
Ross has not provided the multiple choice on this one, so just picked 2
No,
players.
you did well. You actually did very well.
You
there.
did very well because you've poker faced us.
Yeah.
Nigel Ria poker face.
I would say Odegaard.
You don't want to lose Wood.
No, God, it's the worst thing you can do.
I think.
All right, I'll leave it to you guys.
No. I just want you to explain
It
the
could be
theory
anyone.
because Odegaard, obviously injuries this season, right? So you're saying the substitution thing is based on managing minutes, and that's probably where it's come to. Because I'm just trying to think of the games he did play, because obviously there was a load that he didn't, but the games he played, I would have thought
There's only one thing to
first
settle
part of the
this.
season he would have done pretty much 90 minutes.
It's
I would have thought.
dog shit, I think. You're Odegaard, you're Delap, and I'm Wood. Dip, dog shit, fucking bastard silly git, you are not it. Dip, dog shit, fucking bastard silly git, you are not it.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Delap by your meaning. I think it's Delap.
Were you Delap?
Well, I actually thought it was Odegaard.
He thought it was
but-
Odegaard.
Oh, but you've said to me,
you did.
No, no,
but you said to me Delap.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
So
Liam
we
Delap then.
And I
100%.
It is Liam Delap.
Yes, it worked. Come on. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
That's how
the
it's
tactic.
done.
Very good.
Right.
Subbed off 29 times.
There you go, mate. I knew it. Like it
If
never
we're
fails.
stunned.
Dip, dog shit. Never fails.
Unbelievable. Well, this round, I think you'll do pretty well. It's
Have you
nostalgia.
just very quickly on the dog shit. What's this dog shit alley that we walk through every day? Like
done it.
that road.
Yeah.
There's always like a fresh covering of dog shit along the whole thing. Why? Do you experience this?
Yeah,
It's like
yes.
a minefield every time. Bizarre antics.
Not nice, is it?
We have had dogs in here previously, but I know the dog owners that do bring them into the Chum Wine Bar. They're picker-uppers.
Oh, absolutely. I'd like to think
picker-uppers.
anyone who listens to this podcast is.
Well, I think to disrespect that.
Yeah.
Right, round 3.
Let's go.
Might enjoy this one. It's nostalgia.
Lovely. What's this round called?
Nostalgia.
Oh, lovely. That's a bit of me.
a bit of nostalgia.
It's a bit of me.
All right.
Yeah. You should get this one. Question number 1. Who scored the first ever Premier League goal?
Brian Dean.
It is Brian D. Bonus point. Which team?
Sheffield United.
There we go. All right. Next question. Which team holds the records for most red cards received by a single team in the Premier League?
What's that?
Which teams basically received the most red cards in the Premier League?
In a season?
Is it overall?
Over the course of the Premier League?
Yeah. Which
Oh,
team
the whole
holds that
Premier League?
record?
It's got to be Arsenal.
Who's been there the longest? Everton as well?
Arsenal's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think every season.
Yeah,
must be it.
feel like
First
Arsenal.
one. Yeah.
Arsenal.
It is Arsenal, yeah.
Well done.
110.
That's mad.
110.
Which is mental.
Are they? So good.
Huh?
Everton with 109.
Everton 109, yeah. Okay, next question. Which club was relegated from the Premier League despite having a positive goal difference?
Wouldn't be the West Ham team that
I
went
thought
down.
that. They were such a good team, weren't they? But I don't know.
They
Conceded
had
a
the
lot of
most
goals.
points in there. Was it 44 points?
Did they?
But
That West Ham team, what we think about that team as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, David James,
who was
Jermaine
there?
Defoe,
Trevor Sinclair.
Trevor Sinclair. That's mad, isn't it?
This is
there be-
nostalgia as
could there
well,
be
by
a
the way.
Leeds?
This is old. Should we just go West Ham?
Yeah. We're going to go with that West Ham team.
It is West Ham.
Oh!
02-03.
That's it.
1 goal difference on 42 points.
42 points.
Mm.
Should never have gone down.
42
good team.
points. So what they say, 38, isn't it? You see? Usually keeps you up.
Anything above games played.
Hey.
All right, next question. Which team has conceded the most goals overall in the Premier League?
Which team?
Everton? Just because they've been in there for so long,
longest.
you know? Obviously shouldn't have been.
Agreed.
I think you're right. I think
Well, I don't know. They've been. It feels like they've been fighting. Listen, they've had some amazing teams, but it feels like they've fought relegation more often than not and
think
never
you're
been
right.
relegated.
but you're right. But you nailed it.
Should we go with Everton then?
It is Everton.
Oh, there we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
by
We're
that logic.
rich way to form now.
Cruising.
1,633 goals.
I know Ross didn't make that question. I didn't put that question in.
I think he did through gritted teeth. All right, well, we have got one more round, but I think, Chris, do you want to take this one?
Is this the round that you told me I'll have a slight more advantage at?
I think so. Most of these questions you will know the answer
Oh,
to.
you crack on then, Jamie.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
Come
You've
on
done
then.
a great job of being quizmaster.
All
So
right.
go.
Well, let us go first before Chris has a guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, we'll go for the first question in round 4, which is called The Shinner Takes It All.
The Shinner takes it all.
Takes it all.
Nicely done.
I didn't think you liked Tubber.
Don't. Not stand up.
Fair enough. Question number 1. When is Chris's birthday?
That's a horrible question.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
We'll give you half a point if you can get the month.
It was recently, wasn't it?
I can't say. Figure it out.
What date are we in now?
It's June. I've got a feeling it was recent. Was it in April? All them times you've been working.
No, I've been working together for so long. I would hazard a guess he doesn't know mine though. Yours is the 12th of May.
It's a poker face. I think it's April.
Okay.
April 28th.
So, yeah.
Chris, do you want to give the answer?
I will. My birthday was the 12th of March. You've drawn it from there, Crouchy. I think you've got the 12th thing.
12th was in there.
It's your gut
And
instinct was
I
right,
had
but
the
it was
M as
March.
well.
I think if you asked
I
any group of blokes what their mate's birthday is, none of them would be able to say it.
No, but the only thing I would say, which would probably you could have worked out, was it was on my birthday that we went to Kensington Palace for Prince William, because do you remember we got smashed?
Do you remember that? Yeah, we drank to you, didn't we? I would never have got that month.
No.
You're January.
Yes.
Do you know when Sid's is?
No.
We should know this, really, shouldn't we?
Should really, yeah.
I want to say like the 30th of Jan.
Oh, he's nailed it.
Yeah.
Well done,
I
son.
remember you signed that contract at start.
It's on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, just before it, yeah. I reckon you're like November.
Yeah, I was leaning more that way. October, November, that kind of time. October the 4th.
November the 12th.
December 14th.
Oh, I knew it was wintry. It was wintry.
Very close to Christmas, that one, isn't it?
All right. Okay.
What's the best party you've ever had?
Best party.
I'll let you you can have any point in your life, like McDonald's party as a kid, or
My 21st was good. Pete was there on my 21st.
where are you?
Yeah, Elysium in London.
Ooh.
The theatre.
No,
days.
nightclub.
Ah,
Yeah.
the Lion King's there.
Or Mamma Mia.
Elysium Theatre. That's in Covent Garden. Yeah, my 21st probably. It's good. It's a good night out.
Next question. How many pancakes are consumed in the UK every year on Pancake Day?
Oh, it's got to be a lot.
To the nearest what?
Miles per hour.
I think with this one, each of you can probably give an answer, and I'll go with whoever gets it closest.
Yeah. And what are we going in? Are we kilograms? What, like stone?
Just amount of pancakes.
Oh, the amount of pancakes.
individually.
How many?
I'm going to go 120,000.
Well, look, you can sort of do the maths here. Every man will eat 4 in a year, won't they? At least, on average, I think.
Yeah.
You're not as prolific as you at 5-a-side, surely. I don't think I've had 4. Do I have 4? Maybe I do have 4 pancakes a year, yeah. Maybe more.
Are you actually thinking? Are you actually...
You got 100,000, right? I'm going to go above that. I'm going to go like 6 million.
No, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go.
Sorry, was this a year or was this on Pancake Day?
On Pancake Day.
On Pancake Day.
So, yeah.
Rules keep changing.
Is this on one day?
So this is on Pancake Day?
Yeah. How many
That's what I
pancakes
said,
are
yeah.
consumed in the
That's
UK
what I mean.
every year on Pancake
Yeah,
Day?
yeah.
Yeah.
6 million. I'm sticking with it.
Fuck. I'm going to go 500,000.
Chris, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go.
That's fucking
gonna
hell.
go.
That's a big gap.
If someone gets his bob on, I'm going to go 3 million.
What did you say, Pete?
6 million.
You were the closest.
What's
It's
that?
117 million.
Fucking hell, I was way out.
Wow. 117 million.
117
off,
So what's the
million.
population of the UK?
I've seen Ross eat 15. One sitting.
Wow. That's a lot.
Light work.
Wow.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with that one, guys.
All right, question number 3. Which barbecue was voted the best all-round barbecue in Britain by The Independent in 2025?
Well, there's only one man for this.
I'd be surprised if you can name a brand of barbecue, to be honest. I don't think I could name
Yeah,
it.
there's a few in there. You've got the Weber and you've got Komodo.
Green egg.
You've got the green egg. You've got Fire Black, is it?
Yeah, you got your master builds. You got your. No, you're not wrong.
What's the best, though, Chris?
I think that's subjective. That
Best all-rounder.
best all rounder.
Best all-rounder.
I think you're looking at a kettle barbecue. If you're saying price point, I think it's a charcoal barbecue, reasonably priced. I'm going to go for a Weber kettle.
It's a Broil King 310, which is a gas.
Hold on. I've got one of those.
Have you?
Yeah.
A gas barbecue, voted the best barbecue 2025.
Apparently so, yeah.
Mate, you got to appeal to the
It
masses.
was by
don't
the
you?
Next stuff in
Independent.
the game's gone.
That
now.
is disgusting.
Game's gone.
Game's gone now.
No, you see, the thing is here is like, it's not, you got to remember, it's not pretentious. You know, people aren't pretentious around
But
their
it's an
barbecues.
all-round barbecue. That's,
It's an all-rounder. So, I mean, you get
but
it
it's
in.
not. It can't cook charcoal.
Yeah, but you're in a very select. You're like the 1% barbecue.
It's not that niche. The idea of cooking on coals is something ingrained in all of us. We're all cavemen. That
Do you think
know,
more people cook it with gas or coal?
I think more people cook. Yeah, well, I think more people cook with gas, but that's you could apply that to anything. No, I think it's more people. Just because more people do it doesn't mean you should.
I agree.
It's convenience, isn't it?
Best all-round barbecue. That
I used to struggle with that.
Has that disappointed you?
no, I just don't think that's right. It's
Well, there's
disappointing.
real potential for that as well.
Yeah. The listener, there are a few questions that we've had to get rid of because we fucked it. But this one apparently is right. Source from
Yeah.
The Independent.
Well,
The Independent newspaper.
What do they know? Have you ever cooked off any disposable one?
I have done in the past, yeah. I used to have a quickie in Pin Memorial.
Did a quickie in Pin Memorial?
Pin Memorial Park, yeah. We're sort of,
Quick one.
went through a little stage of just having one or two of them in the back of the car and just sort of, just for when you fancy one, but you're on the move. But it's not good for the environment.
No, it's not good for the environment.
I think
No, they're not
shy
good,
away
they're
from
not
them. But and also, I don't think you're allowed to do barbecues in Penn Memorial Park. I think
They're
that's the
not.
other thing as well. Yeah.
Do you not? You don't. I imagine you don't rub your meat before you do a quickie.
No. That's literally like if you're driving around, you just when you just fancy it. It's a quick. Should we pull over, have a
Quickie.
quick barbecue, and then you can those things were great, weren't they? Because you literally light it would go straight.
Straight in. It's good for camping and things like that.
Yeah, exactly that, Pete. But no, I wouldn't. I don't know. Look, it's clearly I can't argue with the national paper, but I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I think he's disappointed in that.
Yeah, that is a disappointing
That's
answer.
all right. Okay, let's move on.
We move on. Next question. Which former Premier League player gifted Chris Stark a wheel of cheese?
Oh no, this one.
Yeah.
Eric Cantona.
It is Eric Cantona, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you remind the listeners of the story of that?
Yes,
Because I'm
it
not
wasn't
familiar
actually
with it.
me who was gifted the cheese as well. It was my mum.
Oh, that's I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a period of my life, Eric Cantona was sending my mum cheese. And I was young, so I don't know quite what she's done to merit that.
There was a rumor that Chris
No,
was potentially
Peter.
Eric Cantona's.
Peter.
Oh, I love Charles.
That
was
is
the
a scandalous thing
No,
to
but
say.
no. I just don't know why you get cheese like that. You know.
I think I don't understand the full story here. There was I remember one day I was looking through a photo album, right? Because your parents had photo albums. It's not like everything was printed. And we were going through the photos. And on one of them, there's a group of lads. They're at a wedding and they're holding up a football, like a guard of honour with a football for someone's wedding. And I looked at this thing. I must have been about 8 years old, 9 years old. I was like, Mum, who's this here? And she goes, oh, that's Eric. I was like, that's Eric Cantona. She went, yeah. I was like, that's a very famous footballer, Mum. She's like, oh yeah, he used to play for Marseille. Mum was a French teacher, lived in France for a year. So I don't know what's happened there, but she didn't seem to know that. So suddenly, when I realised my mum had some sort of connection with Eric Cantona, I asked her to get back in contact with him, and then some cheese started arriving at my house. And
It's an unbelievable story.
it's unbelievable that your own mother can keep it quiet. That there is some sort of, but I've never quite got to the bottom of what's going on. I don't think it was anything like that. I think you can't throw those sort of accusations.
No.
around on the podcast.
It's just something that was brought up last time.
All the same, mad, because I remember my mum said, can you send my son a little something? So sure enough, he sends a box of cheese to my house, to my mum, and there's a little note in there which I've still got, and it says to my little English friend, me, there's a little message there in French from Eric, and it's just stained with cheese in the corner of it.
Way.
Wow, what was the cheese? Was it nice cheese?
Must be good cheese.
Mad.
I'd like to have
Eric
tried
wouldn't-
that cheese.
You like a cheese
I
board?
like a cheese. I like cheese.
Yeah.
He wouldn't send no dodgy cheese.
No, that's what I mean. It would have been top. But yeah, really, really mad one that. My mum seemed to know him or was friends with him, but I don't think realised he was playing for Man United at the time or just before.
Amazing.
It's insane, isn't it?
Great story, that.
Brilliant.
Have either of your mothers ever been sent cheese by a footballer?
No.
Yeah, cheese. Very interesting. Well, last question. Chris famously got a Desmond for his politics and international relations degree, but which university did he attend?
Southampton.
I was going to say Southampton.
It's Southampton, yeah.
Yeah, nailed it.
Right, well, that wraps up the quiz day.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not sure how we done.
no, I think it's a bit shit. I think the whole thing was a bit shit, really.
Yeah, it was quite
Thanks
shit.
for trying, though, James.
No, we blame Ross for that one.
I think the idea of a quiz is a good one. I think it was don't be upset about it,
pretty
Jamie.
tough.
I thought they were quite hard questions.
Tough ones.
I think we should have got my wife in to read it. Again, there's no offence to you, Jamie. I just think it would have been
Definitely have to do that for the next one.
Yeah.
100%.
But listen, we love a quiz, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed testing myself. Hopefully you enjoyed it at home, and let us know if you beat us.
I think if you've learnt one thing from this podcast today, then hopefully it's been worth it.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, lads. I've got a few messages here. This was hi, lads. Regards to your families. I thought it was about time we had a Peter Crouch 11. We've got Jan Sommer. Jan Save Our Summer. Was a show I did.
Nice.
Virgin Van Dyke. Gianluca Crouch Festa.
Yep.
Pedro Porro overhead kicks. Porro overhead kicks. Steve Didwell. Pulling Abby Clancy, he says. Dean Whiteheaded goals. Nice. Mikel San Marino.
Yes.
100 Club Matter.
Nice.
João Pedro Bot.
That's good.
Yeah, I like that.
João Pedro Bot.
Robot.
Nice. Don Good Touch for a big man.
Don Goodman. Yeah.
Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nicely done. Manager is Giraffe Benitez. Cheers, lad. That's from John.
Nice.
Well done, John.
Good
Nice.
work.
Well done.
Good work, John. Okay, hi, Pete, Chris and Sids. Regards to your families. After hearing another listener's idea on the pod about adding a second ball in extra time, I remember an idea my dad had years ago. Instead of adding extra balls to play, he had the idea of a golden goal, but with the added twist of removing players. So every 3 minutes of extra time, each team has to take a player off. And by the end of extra time, it could be 1-on-1 if there hasn't been a goal. It really makes it really tactical 30 minutes, as the managers will have to decide whether to sacrifice attacking or defensive players or even the goalkeeper. It'll never happen, but what's your thoughts? Big fan of the pod. Cheers, guys. Nick from Ashington.
Love that.
I've actually had this.
Have you?
Do you remember the Hong Kong tournaments when I was
Yes.
younger? Hong Kong Sevens. It was a 7-side tournament, and all the big teams used to fly out in the season. And the latter stages of the tournament, that's what happened.
Really?
So there was a time, I think it might have been literally 5 minutes, and every minute a player had to come off. And I remember Stacky was in goal, and he was dribbling out, and I remember him shooting from like whatever 25 yards, because it was a 7-side pitch. So I've done this on a smaller scale. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
I think it's a great
really
that,
good.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
Imagine
And
1v1 for a Champions League final.
Yeah.
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so if you did have 1v1, you'd have to take your keeper off the end, wouldn't you? And leave your best player on there, or not?
Or you end up in a situation where you sort of do a David James and have the goalie up front. Do you know what I mean? You need that
Swap it
perfect
around.
player between both of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea. Your dad's
Yeah,
a
I like it,
visionary.
Nick. As you say, it'll never happen, but it's a nice idea. Next week we got an amazing guest on. John Obi Mikel will be coming on. I'm just going to formally apologise for one of the worst tackles I've ever produced in my life.
Oh my God, yeah.
Remember that.
I don't think I've really apologised to him ever. So I'll say sorry to him, but he's got lots to talk about. I'm looking forward to that one.
Great player. Looking forward to that.
A really good player, like
Very, very good.
underrated. I know he won
Very
a hell of a lot, but like when I played that Legends match, I swear he could still play.
Yeah. Easy.
He felt like he was definitely one of the best players on the pitch.
Top guy as well.
Back stronger next week.
Yeah,
Back stronger.
let's do it.
We'll see you then.